Guys. I'm probably gonna sound crazy, and I already just said this to my bro that I'm probably gonna be crazy. What did I say about this shit being about mindsets over everything? So I'm gonna say something that maybe people were not seeing in Jujutsu Kaisen like me, but I'm gonna see how seen this. Sukuna is supposed to be the embodiment of maybe some sort of Japanese mythological god, but he also reminds me of Shiva. And it's actually there's a cool like little like straws you can pull and draw together with Miguel's curse technique being around finding rhythms, and Shiva's known as like the creator, destroyer, and all that, and the cosmic dancer of the universe. And it's funny that Sukuna has a sort of rhythm. And when I think about rhythms and spirits and souls and everything, technically cursed energy, chakra, all these energies like Nen in shows all comes back to the same thing. It's energy, it's frequency, vibration, and energy. And that's even why Gojo's technique is so like, what is it? Like, the physics and light energy and black holes and shit and all that and positive, negative energy. It's all literally the same. It's energy. So now when it comes back to mindset, this is what I was saying. I think it was earlier in the chapters when Yuta said he doesn't know if he was willing to risk his humanity to become monsters like Gojo and Sukuna. But look at just what I said. Someone said this on my other channel too, my second channel, where they said, yeah, they understood that mindset was one of the reasons that Sukuna beat Gojo. And that's what I was trying to say. They're almost trying to display Sukuna as giving up his humanity. And if you guys know about the conscious or spiritual community in real life, it's literally sort of the same thing. When like being a Jujutsu sorcerer is what I would say is equivalent to being someone who is literally actually into spiritual work in real life, not the cult, like trending spirituality, the real spirituality where you're trying to like really have that connection to a divine source, really know what God is, really know like what energy and the meaning of life is. And as you see, you see when the Jujutsu Kaisen characters get into high gear, they tap into this. And that's even reflected in what the Black Flash is. And I don't know if other people seen this, but this is what I've been saying about the whole series being about right and wrong and what is wrong and right and how both sides are seeing it the same. Because when the whole Mahito, I swear I'm gonna call it Mahito death glaze or sucking Mahito off, because that is one of the biggest things. When I thought Mahito was a freaking amazingly well like written antagonist for the protagonist, but people were just so happy when he died. And this is what I'm saying. I think people missed the point of what he was as a character. They were just happy to see the villain lose. And that's what I'm saying. We almost need series where the villain wins, or shows you that ultimately the villain could not exist without the hero and the hero can't exist without the villain. It's duality, bro. And I love it because now we get a chapter where it's showing the lengths that you would really have to go through to go against someone like this. And you're seeing that Yuta had to thrust off the humanity. And I was watching Fake Weeb's spoiler review, so shout out to Fake Weeb, because he said he sees people saying that. I think this is what he said, but don't quote me on this. But he sees people saying that this is kind of like a disservice to Gojo and everything. I'm like, how? Well, I understand that everyone has different perspectives, but like, how are you seeing it like that? They're literally going up against a monster who even Kashimo said, like, you gave up your humanity and everything. And that's what I'm saying, bro, is there is a different level of mindset that you have to tap into to get ahead for yourself. It's not even about anybody else. If people have been paying attention to the story the way I have, Sukuna's been saying it when he was just saying that he was like an unwanted child and this and that. And you slowly are getting the lore reveal of him. Well, he's like being the embodiment of adaptability. And if that is not inspiring for a mindset, I'm not saying go out and be a psychopathic cannibal like him or whatever. He is a cannibal, right? Because the whole kitchen and shit. But man, I'm like on a fucking high right now, because what Yuta pulled off in this chapter is exactly what I was saying, bro. I knew Yuta would end up hitting this point, man, and that he was him, bro. I just knew, because you're going to have to literally change your mindset to beat Sukuna. It's going to have to be at all or nothing at the end of the day. And I think that people don't understand that when it comes, like, how this mirrors into real life for me is when I talk to people about dedicating yourself to something, like even like going at it and believing in yourself when no one does. At like it's like going to this degree, willing to throw off everything for it, like literally treating your craft sometimes as this is the only thing that you'll have. If you find purpose in something, like really going forward, but for yourself, really trying to just, oh man, I may be yapping, rambling, whatever right now. I don't care. Like, you got to understand this shit was so badass to see you to do this, bro. I'm so glad. And man, it was days of waving through the fucking, the what people call them, the gojo tards. That's so foul. But waving through people who were just like, I just like always finding the deeper things in all the stories. But I've noticed this the whole time about Jujutsu Kaisen. That's why I say Gege wrote it so well. And some people may think the writing is bad, but I'm like, yo, if you really see what he's trying to say about right or wrong and everything, it's really fucking magnificent when you see it with an unbiased mindset and you remove yourself from the battle of duality. Because I think people's biases of good and evil really stop them from taking in the whole story, and they get triggered at certain parts of it. And I'm just like, bro, that doesn't allow you to see the beauty if you can't take off your own, like, I don't know, ego or seeing yourself in the characters when you watch it. And that's coming from someone who's about to say that, dude, this is why I've always said I was like fucking YUTA, man, because I love this, that he finally got to that point that he was like, nah, we're going to have to do anything at the end of the day to beat this motherfucker. And that is exactly how I feel when it comes to living in my purpose and getting a message out to the world, bro, is you got to be willing. There are not people like this. And I think you hear David Goggins say it about people or whatever, that people just do not have this mindset. And like, people who don't understand this mindset will never understand. If you don't walk a similar path of feeling just like you got to get up and get it. And I'm talking about, you don't got to like throw yourself overboard or fucking kill yourself over stuff, but pushing yourself to that limit, you will never know what bounds you could break. You are infinite fucking beings, bro. And I'm mixing in a little bit of what I talk about because I'm not a main like anime, Jujutsu Kaisen or Dragon Ball or any of these animes talking type of YouTube channel. But when I gotta comment on something, you know it's big. Like, you know it's big. This chapter was fucking huge for me because he was willing to do this. Like, and Sukuna was like, whoa, like, I'm sorry I underestimated you. I did not know you were willing to go that far. And that's what I'm saying, bro. And it's not about standing out about for anyone else, right? It's showing yourself. It really is that love for yourself. That's why I said I think it's going to get revealed at the end of the story, and maybe I'm wrong on this because I don't like to make heavy claims, but I'm really telling you that Sukuna does know what love is, and he does understand love, because I think his love is the love for the battle and really seeing people who release their true potential. Like when he told, Jogo, and like Gojo stand proud and all of that is literally he's literally showing them love. But how the story is delivering it to us is they're saying that Gege, they're saying that he's saying love is useless. But I know it's like, if you understand creation in real life, this all has to be from love. It all is a divine mind. When you step back and look at life in a whole, the very thing that we're doing down here, each and every one of us always is going to connect and go back to love. Masculine and feminine energies, all of it. It's all about love at the end of the day. So I think Sukuna's love is either in the battle, in finding people who could, names he could remember and everything. And like he said, didn't he say that earlier? I focus on so much, so I forget. But I think he said that Kashimo, right? Like honoring somebody's name or don't you find it an honor that someone wanted to battle you as the strongest and find purpose in their life battling you? But that's essentially, like, if you think about that perspective is a perspective that people really do have. And honestly, there are some people who move like that. They find purpose in chasing at someone, I can't throw my own things in here right now, but basically what I'm saying is I think Sukuna's love is in that perspective. It is literally in the perspective that that is showing love to someone. honoring them by giving them a battle, by them wanting to battle you. It's like an honor. And at the end of the day, it can all be traced back to love. So, it's just, I think that's what it's all leading up to. But literally, man, Sukuna has 4 arms. I swear to God, like most of the Hindu gods, or maybe it's just Shiva, literally just are in this image. And I'm just like, bro, are y'all kind of showing what they're showing you? Is literally, when you hear stories about like the Greek gods and how messy they are, isn't Sukuna sort of being displayed as a god right now? And isn't that funny that they have to take off their humanity, because you can't be a human and a god at the same time. So they have to literally become monsters to truly tap into their divine powers, or truly tap into untapped potential. Like that's what the whole thing in spirituality is about: shadow work, tapping into your dark side and really going in deep within who you are and bringing that shit back and changing it into light. That's literally what Gojo and Yuta, probably Gege's not going to write it like that, but that's literally what they're displaying here, with Yuta being willing to do this, going into Gojo's body to basically push forth this whole thing on, like, motherfucker, we got to be really willing to risk everything for our perspective and our good if Sukuna is going to do that. Me, I stay out of the duality battle. I feel like it's when referring to real life, but in the story, I just stay out of it because it's more for story context. Like they're both fighting ideologies, but everyone has their own, but they're essentially fighting their 2 own ideologies: save the world, or which is Sukuna's, is create the world for only like the strong survive type shit. Fucking Darwin ass mindset. But you know what I'm saying? And Yuta displaying that he was willing to become a monster and cast it off and really tap into what he is. That is exactly what consciousness and spirituality in real life is in a nutshell, bro. Going past fucking all these crystals, all this shit, really going into your mind is all. The universe is mental. It's all in the mind. So really going past that point, like, you know what if I don't want to use crystals? What if I don't want to meditate? How strong can I make my mind? How can I shed everything? Can I get deep? Where can I go to the depths of my being to really draw out all of that untapped infinite potential? And that's what this chapter made me fucking feel like, bro. It's bonkers. It is legit bonkers, bro. I don't care, man. Full Gege hype. This shit was so well done to me. And I knew, like, and back when Kenjaku, like, oh man, dude, I don't even want to talk. I can't. I gotta get back to my stream, but I had to stop the stream just to shoot this, bro. So much fucking energy. This shit made me realize something about myself, and I'm so glad on my journey, and hopefully that shit makes you realize something, because I feel like that's what these stories and everything in existence is meant for. Is it's meant to inspire the shit within you to go deeper, to do something in your life, bro. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like what's already understood does not need to be explained. I'm out of here. This is fucking awesome. I can't wait to see where the story goes when they finally beat fucking Sukuna, or the merger creature comes alive. I don't know. I'm loving it. It's just amazing.